Now then, crew, and welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Now, we're currently in the thick of giving Tool Girl Hana's silver car a service. What kind of car is it again, Hana?
It's a 2007 Holden Astra twin-top convertible.
Ooh, sounds so good.
So good.
So, on this short video, I'm going to show you, well, in fact, Tool Girl Hana is going to show you how to fit a set of new sparking plugs to that vehicle. Now, obviously, we've gone for the NGK, and the ones that are listed for that car are BKU R6ET, whatever the hell that means. What do they look like? I don't know. I've not even pulled the box open yet, but they should be, by the looks of it, pre-gapped. Triple spark? Man, you have such expensive taste. That's going to cost me a fortune. Look at that. Tell me about it. Right. Okay, so obviously it's a 4-banger, so we've got 4 spark plugs, 1 for each cylinder. And basically, this is the first time that Tool Girl Hana has ever put a spanner on her car. She's just done a video changing the air filter and did a great job doing that.
Kind of quite easy as well.
Actually, being a mechanic is really, really difficult, and that's why we charge so much for it.
No,
Hana.
no, I know, but like actually seeing and doing it myself I was surprised. That's
air filters.
Yeah.
Usually pretty easy, actually.
Yeah.
But I gave you a few tips and tricks on that one. Anyway, this one's all about spark plugs.
Okay.
So we need to so distracting. Head over to the car and remove all the nasty, horrible plastic covers that are in the way. Okay. And on this car, if memory serves me right, it's got the coil over. The coils are above the spark plugs, and I think it's one big bank of coils. So we've got to remove. You know that?
Well, I just had a look when we did the filter. And
okay. All right. Wow. I suddenly got overwhelmed and impressed all in one go. Tool Girl Hana knows more than I do.
No.
About some things, I'm sure. Okay. Right. To the car before we get distracted again.
Go.
Here we go. Right. Right, Tool Girl Hana.
Right.
We're going to be really ruthless, and I want to rip this plastic cover off.
Okay.
It's on that little rubber grommet thing, so you just give it a pull. Give it a yuck. If you're in Yorkshire, you just give it a yuck upwards. And it'll go pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
There's one, another one here, another one over there. Give it a... I should say the word tug, but that has different permutations, so give it a little yuck. There you go. One more. That's it. Right, on the bench for that then.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next bit, the spark plugs are essentially underneath this plastic cover and a bit further down, so we need to ping that out as well. Now this isn't quite as easy and it's a bit grubby, you've not got your gloves on, so
I took them off.
I'll ping this off.
Okay.
And hopefully it won't break, because unfortunately as plastic gets older,
Look at that.
as it gets older it gets more brittle, especially with heat. So, oh there we are, look. So it's held on with these little clips here, and they're all fortunately still intact. So on the bench for that one. Now, the ignition's turned off at the moment, isn't it?
Yes it is.
Excellent. Okay, so we can disconnect this little plug, which basically feeds the coil pack. I might need a little flat screwdriver for that, maybe. Oh, there we are, look. Oh, mister, you can do it. No, flat screwdriver required. Okay, so, just working out. Oh, there we are, look. Oh, man, it was so much easier with the right tool, wasn't it? Okay, so we'll pop that behind there, out of the way. If I get to refit that, you're not going anywhere. You can't go home tonight. No. So I might leave that. Trick then. I'm going to leave that deliberately. All right, so now we need you can go and get this 10mm socket and maybe an extension bar and a ratchet. Got it? You get an extension bar as well?
Is it not?
No, a separate piece. Oh. Jeez, you require some more training.
What am I looking for? Anything?
Intensive one-on-one training, I think. Yep, perfect. Yes. You got it. So that goes on the ratchet first, and then you socket. Bloody good. You see?
Yep.
You can do that.
I know.
Right. Undo those bolts. You are. Oh, hang on a minute. Did you get a 10 or an 11?
Is it 11? Ah! Please.
Testing me, woman.
Oh, my lord.
Right. There you are, look.
Okay.
Have another go.
Nah, it might be.
I reckon it might work this time.
And I'm going this way.
Okay. Yeah. We've got 4 bolts to undo.
Why is it like, is that because it's It's undone already.
So, okay, you do that one next, then I'll whiz that one out. Because I know we're against the clock with this, as always.
Yeah.
Champagne's caused that problem today. Right, so we should get some more of these. This sort of length. Yep, okay. Oh, no.
Give it, it's quite easy, isn't it?
I'm going to get my drill. Jeez.
Well, that's... Oh yeah, it's turning. Yeah, it's good. Hang on, I haven't done that one. Woo!
Try again. There we go. Yeah, I'll finish off with that.
I'll finish
you
off
got it?
myself. Thank you very much.
Geez, I nearly said something I shouldn't do there. Right. Okay, so now this is one complete coil bank, so to speak. It's got coils for each of the spark plugs, but it's all one piece.
Yeah.
So be very careful not to damage it, because this will be ridiculous Holden money. So we're going to pull that out of there. There we go. It's coming. Yeah.
Easy does it.
Easy does it. There we are. Right. Super job. Okay, so how does it look? Pretty good. There's no burn marks, no misfires. Right, don't drop that. There you go. Onto the bench for that one. Right, Hannah. You've got 4 holes.
Yeah.
And in each hole is a spark plug, so you need to just drop that down, give it a little twist, and it should drop onto the spark plug. You'll feel it sort of lock in.
Yeah.
And then pop your ratchet on. And then you can give it an anti-clockwise press your button. Yeah. Give it a twist. It could be quite tight to start off with. Too tight? Okay, give it a go. Let's have a look. Wow, that is really tight. Jeez. Who the hell put those in before? And it's really tight on the threads as well. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. They're so dry, they haven't put any kind of lubricant on the threads when they're fitted to spark plugs.
Is it coming?
Yeah, it's just going out now. Have a little look, see what we're playing, what we've got. Okay, so this one, it's had only twin spark put in before, whereas the new ones are triple, so they're actually better for the car.
Yeah.
But you can see how rusty those threads are.
Yeah.
We'll look at those on the bench a bit later on, but that is really, really bad.
Okay.
When we come to put the new plugs in, we're going to put a little bit of copper paste on those threads to help protect the threads in the head, because they're only aluminium in the head. And if anything goes wrong, these steel threads tend to chew up the ones in the head. Okay. And that's a full engine, top end rebuild. Expensive. Yeah. So that's bad. Yeah. South Island mechanics. Jeez.
Not cool.
No. And it potentially could cost you a fortune.
No, that's not
right,
cool.
so we're going to pull them all out first. Yeah.
But it's probably going to
give
be
that one a go. Probably just as tight.
Oh no, that one's
you got it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Just keep going around like that? Or
you can, or you can use the ratchet.
You can go like that.
Yeah. It's important that you steady it, so you don't want to be, because you've got to look after those threads. So when you've got 3 arms, it's great.
Yeah, 3 arms are good. I need 3 arms.
All right, so you can stop that if you want. Just take the ratchet off and just give it a twistle out with your fingers, and that way it's less likely to damage the threads. There you go. That one's not as rusty, is it?
No.
That one's not too bad.
It's easier to come out too.
Right, next one. It's also really important. Obviously, there's no spark plugs in these 2 holes at the moment, these 2 cylinders. So any dirt could fall into the cylinder, so we've got to make sure we don't brush all the crap off the cylinder head. That's it. So you can then pop your ratchet off and just give it a twizzle with your fingers if you want. So you press your button. That's it. Such a professional. Oh, great. I'm pleased we decided to do the service this afternoon when everything's cooled down a bit as well.
Yeah.
That's it. So as it goes on, just push your button. Oh yeah, it went straight on this time. Now hang on. A bit of technique required. So it's easy to push away from yourself, and you've got to support that, because if you don't, it's going to lean over. All right, so you're going to hold that and push with that arm.
Okay.
And you can even twist your body if you want at the same time and give you extra torque. Too tight? Don't want you straining yourself. No, I don't want to hurt yourself. Right. So you'll always get maximum leverage with, see, you had it a bit like that, and you were trying to push it like that.
Yeah, no, it was hard.
Yeah, if you have it basically facing away from you, then you can get a lot more torque. That is crazy tight. That's tight. Yeah, that's. And the risk that you run when you're pulling a spark plug out like this is it could actually pull the threads in the cylinder head.
Yeah.
And some companies are worse for it than others, some manufacturers. But hey, it's coming out.
Yes.
And we'll deal with whatever the problem is.
There's no problem.
Doesn't feel too bad now. I'm doing your job now. Okay. See, rusty again, look.
Yeah. Gosh.
So cylinders 1, because this is the way the timing belt, chain, whatever it is on this engine, I've no idea. Cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 4, really rusty and not good at all. Not happy with that. Right, back to the bench. Okay, Tool Girl Hana, come over here. I'm feeling very lonely again now. Right, so spark plugs 1 and 4. That's those two there. See how rusty those threads are? Will it focus? There you are, look. That's really bad. Didn't feel good at all taking those out. So,
in comparison.
Yeah, those ones aren't too bad, but these two really rusty. Okay, we'll keep those to one side. Right. Now, the new ones.
Ooh.
Very posh, look at that.
Shiny.
Shiny, yeah. Silver shiny.
I like silver.
I know you do.
Like a magpie.
Right, so with these particular plugs, no need to gap these plugs, I don't believe.
Okay.
So all we need to do now is we're going to, this is an Andy thing. I always put a little bit of copper paste on the threads. Now copper paste is a heat resistant lubricant, and that I found certainly the little Suzuki Jeeps that I used to run in England would help those spark plugs to come out in a few years time and not end up like that. That's bad. Right, Hannah, if you can put just a smidgen of copper paste on the threads.
Oh, it's got a...
Yeah, you get a free brush and everything with it.
I don't need my glove on, but anyway.
There you go.
So where do I put it, Andy? Just all over that?
You only need to put it in one. So I'll do one, and then you can copy it. That's probably the easiest way. So all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of paste just on there. Look, can you see that?
Is that it?
That's it. Not all the way around, because when you come to screw it in, it's going to work its way around the threads anyway. So there we are. I'll get some more out for you. Now, spark plugs do not like to be dropped, so you be very, very careful with these. If you do drop one on the floor, realistically, you'd be a lot better off going to go and buy a new one.
Just like that?
Perfect. Okay. That will do me just fine. There you go, there's another one for you. And yeah, again, part number, there you go, look, BKUR6ET. Very expensive. These are about $200 each, Hannah. The amount of money I spend on you is ridiculous.
Are you kidding? Seriously? You're kidding, right?
No, they're very, very expensive. And that air filter was a fortune. Okay, right. Well, you do like your lubricant, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the car, people.
Lubed up.
And we'll get these slapped in, and obviously torque them to manufacturer's spec. And then put the car back together, put the bits on top of the engine, and we're all done.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, now this time round, I'll come around here because I think I'm shopping. This time round, you'll see inside there's a little rubber that holds a special spark plug socket.
Right.
So what it does is it holds the spark plug for you.
Oh, nice.
So you can lower it down into the cylinder, or basically down the tube, the spark plug tube. So it doesn't just drop down, because if it did, it would damage these.
Yeah, that's good. I was wondering how we were going to get it down there.
Right, so we'll do dangerous cylinder number 1 first. That's all right. That's right.
Ooh.
So you just lower it down, and then you'll feel the threads. Just give it a little turn. Be very gingy with the threads, and it should start to pick up on, to start to thread in. The other way. It's righty tighty.
Oh yeah.
Tool girls, eh? Honestly.
Expect me to concentrate after that champagne. Seriously. Okay, that's...
So it's got in quite a few turns, now gone tight?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll do the next one, and we'll torque them all up at the end.
Do I just pull that out?
Yep. Should just come straight out. That's cool. If you grab your next spark plug. Oh, hang on a minute. Where's the socket gone? No.
No.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
That's not planned. Let's just take it out again. Hang on. I know what to do. I know what to do. Right, I'll put a little bit of, bit of CRC spray down there just to lube that rubber up a bit. And then it won't stick to the spark plug quite so much. Okay. Let's roll that. Right. Sparking plug. Back in there. Right, give it another go. Hannah? Oh, you got it right this time. Right, you had to think though, didn't you? I could see. Yep. Little hamster was going around the wheel pretty quick there.
Yeah.
Cool. Don't worry about tightening it too tight because we're going to use tools for that.
Hey!
Now it works.
That's good.
Okay. Next spark plug down the next hole. Number 2. That's it. And the important thing is when you're tightening it up to start off with, make sure that the extension bar is dead central to the hole here at the top. And that way you know that you're parallel to the threads.
Sun.
There you go. Cool. I better go and get a torque wrench.
Oh, what did it again?
Oh, the socket stayed in.
Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well done.
Do you want to spray it again because that one's stuck, or?
Oh, you can do that.
Okay.
You're a tool girl. You're qualified for spraying.
That much?
Yeah.
I'm qualified for spraying and lubricating.
Yes. That's it. You got it. And that was a bad one as well, wasn't it? That was really tight on the threads, bringing it out. So you can see how a little bit of lubrication makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Good job. Okay, now torque wrench. I've already said it. Oh, I'll need that bit. All of it.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Keep me on my toes. All right, I've already said it's the correct manufacturer's torque setting, which I put down as 20 Newton meters because it's as low as this torque wrench goes. So we'll pop that in there. And maybe I'll use a torque wrench. Just if you can start up over there, look, bring it towards you. And then just keep going until it goes click. And all I'm doing is keeping it parallel. Oh, you've got it. That's it.
Yep.
Done. So they're not actually particularly tight, are they?
No.
And they're not nowhere near as tight as they were before.
Oh, that was pretty bad then.
Yes. I would say that they've been in for a while, those spark plugs.
Right. So they should have been...
They've probably been in longer than that last service.
All right. So did they just check them and maybe they didn't need replacing, so they didn't replace them?
Well, they definitely haven't taken them out because if they had done, they'd have put a bit of lube on the threads. So they've just given you a basic service on the car, probably an oil and filter change and just topped with a few of the fluids. There you go. Done.
No, that's good. We're doing this
Last
then.
one. Oh, it is. It's always good to give a car some love.
Oh, especially my car needs... All my things need love. My car.
Steady. There you go. That's it. Cool. Done. Finished.
Thank you, Andy. That's wonderful.
Okay, so we now need the coil pack
Yes.
back to refit. That's the one. And the plug goes at that end. So you've got the plug end. Yep. Super. Right, if you got a hold of it?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to lower that down so all these 4 go down the tubes. That's it. You got it. Give it a push and it'll eventually seat down there. That's it. We're done. So again, if you want to grab your copper paste, we're going to put a little bit of copper paste on these threads. Cool. So you can lube up and I'll put the screws in. Oh, just down the bottoms, just near the bottom's fine. That's enough. Yep. Just again to help them for later on. For the next mechanic that goes in here, he's going to go, man, this guy knew what he was doing. And he always
So that was me.
Yeah, who did this? And you go, I did
I
that.
did.
And I'll go, what the hell are you bringing it to the garage for?
And then I'll be like, Google this Andy Mechanic YouTube. I'm actually on camera doing it.
They'll actually never get any work done if they did
True.
that. True.
And then they'll be like, okay, why are you here?
Addicted to
Why are you even here?
Right, so we need the drill again.
Drill.
So where's Mr. Drill gone?
Where has it?
Here we are. Here he is. Right, so you want to be on probably about there. So you can do those up with the drill. Pretty cool.
And do I not make it tight? Just kind of...
It'll click. There you go.
Gosh, it makes a...
Yeah, that's good. That's the ratchet.
Horrific.
There you go. You got it.
Sound of it.
So try and keep it parallel to the bolt. So you're about there. Look.
Right.
That's it. Perfect. And it'll lift off a lot easier then.
And that one's...
There you go. That's it. Brilliant.
Okay.
Okay. Now have you got that little tiny ratchet? And I'll just tweak. Oh, there we go. That'll do. We use 10. We'll just give these a little final tweak. I want to make sure that they're tight enough because the drill, you know, it's just a means of getting them in really.
Yeah. And then that bit.
Oh no, I'm going to go. Oh, so you're stranded and you've got to stay the night.
Yeah. I know your tricks.
I'm a dab hand at
your tricks already, Andy. Feeding me up on champagne.
That's no trick. It works every time.
It does. Oldest trick in the book.
Well, those three are nice and tight.
Yeah.
With this one. There we go. That's it. Done. Perfect.
Wonderful.
So I've got to clip this back on, have I?
Yes, you do.
Well, I think you should clip it back on, actually.
Okay, what, just push it on?
If you want to go home...
I do.
Pop it in there, and then it should push it along until it goes click. It might be tight. Maybe we should put some spray on it. Hang on.
That is quite tight.
Okay, pull it off again. We'll stick a bit of spray on there.
Yep.
And that's going to help that rubber to seal better anyway. There you go.
Try again.
Try that. They can be a bit tight.
It just needs to click over there.
Yeah, let's give it a... There you go.
It is.
That's it. Didn't take a lot.
No.
Right, so we just need that cover now to go on there.
Cover. Oh, it's this one.
Yeah, the little one first. That's the one. And to line it up, see that little notch there? That lines up with the ridge on there, so it's probably about there somewhere. Oh.
I don't know.
It's a bit hard to get it started, but it'll get there. Back up. Hang on, let's do it again. Brittle plastic, my friend. Not. How are we doing? Lined up?
Well, I just don't know. Does that go on that bit?
Yeah,
is that right?
that bit there drops down to there, so.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Right?
She's on. Yeah, perfect. Look at the state of your car.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, and now it's time for the big cover.
Okay.
Bloody plastic. See, if this was my car, it would not get this cover put back on again.
That way?
180, I think.
That way.
Yeah. So you've got one little ball there, and there's one there, look.
Oh yeah, and there's one there.
So if I line that one up, the rest should be easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Done.
Right?
Is it done?
Done.
You sure?
Yeah, it's done. I think if you want to reach inside and we'll see if the car still starts.
Oh my lord.
Oh, what a machine! Purrs like a kitten.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good job. What do you say, Hannah?
Thanks, Andy.
That's more like it. Well, there you go, crew. A nice, quick, simple video on how to change the spark plugs on a silver car.
Silver car with this again. On a Holden Astra twin top convertible. Thank you.
Yeah, it was 2007. I remember now.
Yeah.
2007 silver car. Excellent. Okay, well, hopefully you found the video helpful. Don't forget the little tip of a bit of copper paste on the threads. Yeah. This was a perfect example of why you should do it, in my opinion, because these two spark plugs were really, really tight in the head. I had a similar problem with a straight 6 Patrol 2.8. No, 3.3 it was, one of the newer ones, 3.3, and number 5 spark plug I daren't take it out the head. It was so frigging tight to get out that I just gave up and left it alone, because I knew that if I tried to bring it out, it would have torn the threads out of the aluminium head.
That's not good.
It would have rendered the vehicle scrap for us, because they really weren't worth a lot back in the UK, and we'd have just gone out and bought another one basically. So I left it alone. It ran with the same spark plug in for about 5 years. It didn't miss. It was fine. It's a good job.
Okay.
Right, got one more video to do today.
Okay.
I think
We're doing
so.
well.
We should sign off.
Okay.
So if you enjoyed the video, why not click on the subscribe button, which is somewhere up in that corner, hopefully, if I do my editing right. You'll see a little gear icon turn up. Click on the gear icon, and then you'll be able to tick the box and turn on notifications, and our friends down at YouTube will send you an email as and when I upload any new videos.
Cool.
And then hopefully you might watch those as well, who knows.
Yes.
You'll also find me on
Facebook, Instagram, Google, and Twitter.
You sure will. And feel free to comment through any of those portals, but first point of contact, if you don't mind, through the comments on YouTube. Lastly, there's also a new Patreon page. You can drop onto that. And well, you tell me, what's on the Patreon page?
I don't know, Andy, what's on the Patreon page?
Jeez. Okay, so you'll be able to read all about the history of the Andy Mechanic.
The history, yes.
And up-and-coming projects. And the new Tool Girls that are coming this way.
No new Tool Girls.
Really?
I'm only joking. I love interviewing all the new Tool Girls. It's going to be my job soon.
Yeah, I bet none of them get through your interview process. You were like, no, it's all mine.
No.
Go away.
It'll be my channel with my Tool Girls.
You're losing control here, people. Okay, crew. Well, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Tool Girl Hana.
No.
Cheers, crew. See you next time. Over and out. Damn. Hey, Tool Girl Sam. How are you?
Back.
You're back. Fantastic.
So
I know, and I've got a new shirt, so I thought it's only right that I give you a new shirt too. So there you go.
So excited for my new shirt, and I don't have to wear different shirts every day. And as a classic Tool Girl Sam move, I am going to wear it like this. Wow, would you look at that? I'd say that is a great present for your girlfriend if she's into tools. If she's not, she's probably into tools because you're a tool. See what I did there? Tool Girl shirt, perfect.